Right now in the Western world, we believe ourselves to be super smart. We seem to think that because we have smartphones and access to a great deal of information and education, this translates to us being the smartest people who have ever lived. There are different kinds of intelligence, and historically, we've seen people who are actually brilliant in one way or another. Then, when it comes to understanding the motivations that affect our thoughts, opinions, and actions, we appear to be very, very stupid. If a person with no PhD, not very well read, and let's face it, in no way a genius, can see that we're having these conversations not just incorrectly, but in the worst possible way, everyone should be able to see this. So, how are we who are very, very stupid going to handle enormous and complex issues? Simple. We're going to use the tools given to us by people who actually are smart. My favorite quote from Tolstoy is, "It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than what they consider right and wrong." I read this book in high school. I remember this one passage. Just this. If I were smarter, I may have realized the importance of other concepts he was trying to convey, and then I would have memorized those as well. Instead, I remember Tolstoy saying, "We're arrogant, judgmental, and dumb," and I have seen that throughout my life. So we're doomed, right? Might as well just give in to the ruling class, the rich and powerful, keeping us at each other's throats. Let them make all our decisions for them. Or here's a thought: we could stop helping them divide us. So, how are we going to do that? Well, we could start by not reinventing the wheel every time we have a conversation. We could start by going to talk like engineers, scientists, and philosophers. Not us personally, but the people who we listen to on the radio or on podcasts or on television or on the internet. Instead, we're going to boycott stupidity. We're going to demand a higher level of discourse from our talking heads. We're going to walk away from the punditry and propaganda. And in order to do that, we need to use tools to identify punditry and propaganda. We're going to have to take 5 minutes to look deep into our souls, examine our beliefs to the core, search for any signs of brainwashing or subversion, and then we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a clean bill of health and declare that we are the one true objective knower of truth and everyone else is a moron. But after that, we're going to throw all of our preconceptions away, baby, bathwater, all of it, and begin anew. We're going to have to start treating arguments, ideas, and political positions as tools and not an extension of ourselves that we need to defend as if our ego were attached to every political viewpoint. We're going to have to start using clear language with defined terms and good sources to articulate a logical argument free of fallacious thinking and specious argumentation. That's all fancy talk for cutting the bull crap. To be clear here, you and I aren't going to have 8 billion conversations about politics. We're going to require that those who do so at a higher level of quality. It's called a meta talk. I call it a meta talk. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it a good faith argument if you like. And I'm just an idiot like everyone else, but I can see that you can't solve the Israeli Palestine conflict in 128 characters with a clever zinger. You can't discuss the complexities of the Second Amendment or human sexualities or the ever changing landscape of political history in a 30-minute show with 25 minutes of shampoo and car commercials. And if an idiot like me can see that people are using logical fallacies, poor definitions, shifting topics, then things have gone really far off the rails. So this is my effort to try to help. And trust me, I've had mixed feelings about throwing my hat in the ring for years now. So here I've been stuck between Dunning-Kruger and Solomon Asch. Okay, well, that's oversimplified, but is it hubris to believe that I have anything to offer the world? Am I the a-hole for not even trying and possibly encouraging someone smarter than I to clarify? What my idiotic little friend here is trying to say is, also, there's a real concern that if you throw your hat into the arena these days, you could be putting your life in danger. The governments of the world seem to be in the habit of locking people up or even killing them when they challenge the balance of power. This could be the decision that ends me. If so, meh, I had a good life. Most likely, I'll just get ignored. I've been ignored before. I can handle it. What I'm saying is we try this. We begin by understanding what we are. We need to stop internalizing every idea we have. Humans are modular. We're two things. We are not our ideas. We are intelligent, sentient beings capable of tear jerking art, innovation, math, science that can take us to the moon or get us from one side of the continent to the other in a matter of hours. We are also animals, and animals have instincts. Based on our contextual understanding of a situation, those instincts manifest in emotion and motivation. We are also sentient creatures who have the most complicated computer in the world in our heads. Our thoughts are nothing more than data and programs, tools our brains use to solve problems and analyze situations. They're not us. And when they fail to serve us, we should abandon them and get better tools. But due to several internal and subconscious processes, we bond with these things and would rather die in some cases than discard them. This is why you can watch someone get destroyed in a debate and still come out thinking they won. How do we change that? We distance ourselves from ideology. But ideological entrenchment is the result of the human condition. We didn't get here by accident, so we can't just decide we're all going to stop doing it all at once. We have to train. We have to force ourselves to stop helping them manipulate us. We have to stop believing them. What we have to do is demand that they provide us with meta talks on important subjects, which will fairly and accurately juxtaposition two sides of a single argument on a single topic so that the people can make an informed decision on what side of the argument they come out on. This idea will not provide us with a better government, but instead a better way to talk about how to have a better government. This idea will help us remove punditry, spin, and manipulation from the information being provided to us and demand a more fair and accurate representation of both the party and opposition position on a subject. I intend to put out examples under the nom de plume of Ferrous will to kind of demonstrate, how I would like to see these conversations conducted. Hopefully, this will help us all resist the unending flow of political propaganda in the West. And thank you for your time.